This is Coda. He is a puppy that we bred about 9 years ago. And he does not live with us. He lives in a home where the owners take excellent care of him. They absolutely provide everything they possibly can for him. One of the things that they did was, so that he'd stay cool during the summer, they shaved him down. And actually, even though the motivation is really a good one to try to make sure he's comfortable during the summer, it's not going to accomplish what you want it to accomplish. One of the things that you have to understand is that dogs don't perspire the way humans do. So by clearing the coat so that the skin can cool the body, well, it's not really going to work very well. Humans perspire through their skin. Dogs cool their bodies in basically two ways. First of all, they pant. And you might, on a hot day, you'll probably see a dog going, yeah, do you know what that is? And sometimes through the nose, the breath will also cool them down. They do have sweat glands, but the sweat glands are located at the bottom of their paws. So if you want to shave anything down on a dog, you can shave down the bottom of the paws so that those pads are exposed. That will help a bit. This is Bootsy, a 6-year-old black and tan who does live with us. And you'll notice Bootsy's coat is proper for a Cavalier. It's quite natural. She's got feathering on the stomach, feathering on the legs, nice long ears, and plenty of coat. There is some disagreement as to whether Cavaliers have what's called a double coat or not. I do subscribe to the belief that their coat is double coated. And what that means is they have an outer coat and then there's an undercoat which actually forms an insulating layer. So by leaving the coat the way it is during the summer, it provides them with a layer of insulation. And it's on their body where they're not going to lose any heat from their body anyway. She'll still pant. We do have the pads shaved so that you can see them. And she'll be able to keep herself nice and cool during the summer. In fact, sometimes we'll find her out there sunning herself. The black coat is going to absorb quite a bit of heat from the sun, but the undercoat will actually provide an insulating layer so that they don't overheat. Another concern is sunburn. Coda is shaved down to what appears to be about a ½ inch or so of coat. In that case, what's going to happen is that he is possibly susceptible to getting sunburn if he stays in the sun too long, because his skin is now exposed to the direct rays of the sun. Sunburn, of course, if it is prolonged and regular, can lead to cancer, and that's something that we certainly want to avoid. This is Tag. She's 10 years old, and she is a Blenheim, which is what we call the brown and white Cavaliers. Again, she has a full coat, plenty of feathering, and she has no problem staying cool during the summer. When she's hot, she will pant, right? Good girl. And of course, we have the underside of her paws shaved down so that you can actually see the pads, and that allows the sweat glands to complement the cooling that's done by her panting and her breathing through the nose. One of the pluses here, of course, is that she looks like a Cavalier should look. Even at 10 years old, she looks almost as nice as any show dog that I've ever seen in the ring. This is Boo, who is Tag's sister, so she's obviously also 10 years old. Boo, when she was spayed, did what an awful lot of the females do after they are spayed, and her coat grew out very woolly and tangled and susceptible to knots. And we couldn't leave her that way. But if you take a nice look at her body, you will notice that we trimmed her down, not anywhere near the skin. She's got probably about 2.5 inches of coat here. So we preserve the undercoat, so there's an insulating layer. And she kind of looks like a Cavalier, although she does have somewhat of a woolly coat. But she stays perfectly cool during the summer as well. And of course, the underside of her paws are shaved. Good girl. So if you want to protect your dog from the heat during the summer, really the best way to do it is to not shave them down fully. You can give them somewhat of a clipping if their coat is woolly and tangled, or just give them an ordinary bathing and grooming, preserving their coat, preserving their feathering, and just making sure that the underside of the paw is shaved so that the pads where the sweat glands are located will be able to do their job. And don't worry if you oops, I'm sorry. And don't worry if your dog is panting during the summer. It's like worrying about me sweating during the summer, which I do sometimes. So, hope that helps everybody. Happy summer. Go ahead.